Fast am I, good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Parker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and all around the world. It's time to get your dancing shoes on. We're going to the Caley with Skyree. That was Skyree, a traditional performance and Caley band based in St Andrews in Scotland. And that track was the Octomukti Hack Dance, featuring Hamish the Carpenter, Trip to the Market, Toss the Feathers, and Hammer Oa de Tang. I apologise for the pronunciation of that last tune. They are Leslie Thompson-Smith on fiddle and whistle, Jimmy Anderson on guitar and bass, and Chris Smith on drums and baran. And they sound great on this new CD, which is just called Caley. There's a bit of a Scottish theme to tonight's show, actually, because next we have Runrig with Ansaval Eg Neil, which actually means Neil's Barn, which means something to us Neil Young fans, but I'm not sure if that includes Runrig. So that was Runrig from their 2001 album The Stamping Ground. They, of course, are a Celtic rock band founded on the Isle of Skye in 1973. From their inception, the band's lineup included the brothers and songwriters Rory MacDonald on bass and vocals and Callum MacDonald on percussion. The lineup during most of the 80s and 90s also included Donny Munro on vocals. He left the band in 1997 to pursue a career in politics, and he was replaced by Bruce Guthrow, a Canadian singer-songwriter from Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. Sadly, Bruce died on September the 5th, 2023. Next, here's an interesting track. This is from a band called Filkin's Drift, and they've got an EP called Rembrandt's Retreat. They're a Welsh-English folk duo featuring Seth Bye from Gloucestershire and Chris Roberts from Cardiff. And the release of this EP actually coincides with the duo undertaking an epic 870-mile sustainable walking tour of the Welsh Coast Path. Along the way, they'll be performing 40 shows, and no doubt they'll be playing this tune, The Girl I Left Behind Me. Back to Scotland next. The Trash Can Sinatras are a band formed in the 80s in Scotland, and one of their members was John Douglas, and he's got an album out called John Douglas. And from it, this is Maid of the Loch.
Mosses on the harbour, green and gold in autumn. If I could find the time, I could fair enjoy them in the city's evening. Thoughts turn to leaving, follow the sun going down behind the mountain. Sail me away across the water, Maid of the Loch, sail me over. Wanna see the islands lie in the silence through the early morning mist. Watch the day unfolding. Across the other side I see all the harbour lights shine. I can see you sail through the mist of the morning, come to sail me away across the water. Maid of the Loch, sail me over. Sail me away across the water, Maid of the Loch, sail me over. Sail me away across the water, Maid of the Loch, sail me over. Wanna see the islands lie in the silence through the early morning mist. She's arriving. Here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Following John Douglas with Maid of the Loch there, we had Thomas Callister and Dave Kilgallon from their great album Popular Manx Tunes, and that was Jigs. A few weeks ago, I played you a track off a CD I've discovered by the Dransfields, and I was going to play you another track. Then I started digging around on the internet and found the early album of theirs, The Route of the Blues, and this is the title track from it.
As I crossed over Salisbury Plain, but a dainty fine sight I behold, as lasses were crying and tearing their hair, oh, the rout has just come for the blues, oh, the rout has just come for the blues. Then each one home to their mothers do run, saying me heart is undone, it is true. I'll pack up me clothes without more delay, and boldly I'll march with the blues, and boldly I'll march with the blues. The landlord and landlady walk hand in hand, and so do they pretty girls too. And each one poured out a bottle of gin to drink a good health to the blues, to drink a good health to the blues. Our ship she is rigged and we all set sail, how sweetly the French horn played too. And each one sent up a loud huzzah, success to King George and his blues, success to King George and his blues. They're as gallant young fellas as ever you see, though you search bonny Britain all through. When dressed in his majesty's suit you'll agree, there none can compare with the blues, there none can compare with the blues. As I crossed over Salisbury Plain, but a dainty fine sight I behold, as lasses were crying and tearing their hair, oh, the rout has just come for the blues, oh, the rout has just come for the blues.
So that was Robin and Barry Dransfield from their 1970 album on Trailer Records, The Route of the Blues. Very distinctive harmonies as always. Let's have another track from the album I've been playing a lot at home, which is called Hope is a Thing with Wings, and it's by Tamsin Elliott and Tarek El Azhari. Tamsin is a Bristol-based multi-instrumentalist, and here she teams up with the Egyptian oud player Tarek El Azhari to explore the parallels between their respective traditions. I love the sound of an oud. If you don't know the instrument, it's a Middle Eastern lute basically, but it's fretless, and I think that's what gives it its very distinctive sound. This particular track also features a number of other musicians such as Sam Sweeney on fiddle, and it's the returning light/late frost. I'm going to play you a couple of tracks from some recent albums next. The first one is Wagner's Lad from the album by Martin Simpson and Tom Jutz. I think I said Tom Jutz was American on the last show. He's actually German. I better get that right just in case he's listening. The album is called Nothing But Green Willow. And I'll follow that with another track from the Catherine Tickell and the Darkening album Cloud Horizons that's just been released, and that track is called Highway to Hermitage.
Hard is the fortune of all womankind. They are always controlled, they're always confined, controlled by their family until they are wives and a slave to their husbands the rest of their lives. Oh, I am a poor girl, my fortune is bad. I have often been courted by the wagoner's lad. He courted me dearly by night and by day, and now he is leaving and going away. Is hungry, go feed them some hay. Come sit down beside me is all I can say. My horses ain't hungry, they won't eat your hay. So fare thee well, Nancy, I'm going away. Your horse is not geared up, your whip in your hand. Come sit down beside me, or at my command. My horse is geared up, my whip in my hand. So fare thee well, Nancy, I've no time to stand.
Catherine Tickell and The Darkening from their new album Cloud Horizons. Staying in the Northeast, I love this next track. Frankie Archer is fresh on the scene and shaking up genres and traditions, championing women, challenging perspectives and calling for a fairer future. All to a unique mix of synths, manipulated samples, drum tracks and earthy Northumbrian fiddle and voice. This track is called Oxford City and is available on Bandcamp.
In Oxford City lived a lady, and she was beautiful and fair, and she was courted by a sailor, and he did love her as his dear. He said, my dear, let us get married, let us now no longer stay. I'll work for you both late and early, if you my wedded bride will be. This girl, she loved him, but at a distance. She did not seem to be quite so fond. He said, my dear, you seem to slight me. I'm sure you love some other man. He saw her dancing with some other. A jealous thought came to his mind, and to destroy his own true lover, he gave to her a glass of wine. So soon she drank it, so soon she felt it. Oh, hold me fast, my dear, said she. Is it that glass of wine you gave me that takes my innocent life away? That glass of wine now which I gave you, that glass of wine did poison hide. For if you won't be my true lover, you'll never be no other man's bride. Of wine now which I gave you, oh, I have drinked of the same, said he. So in each other's arms we'll die now, to warn young men of jealousy. Oh hark, oh hark, the cocks are crowing, the daylight now will soon appear, and in my cold, cold grave I am going, and it's you, Willie, has called me there.
Wonderfully inventive stuff there from Frankie Archer. Now, this week's sessions on the Isle of Man include Wednesday night at O'Donnell's, starting about 8:30, Friday night at the Mitre, again about 8:30, and Sunday afternoon is at the Manor in Douglas from 1 till 4. Returning to Scotland, in fact, returning to the Isle of Skye, the Peak Bog Fairies, like Runrig, were formed on that beautiful island. They have a new album out called I See a World, and this track I'm going to play is called The Cluny Road and The Winning Bid.
in my sleep. We stood bride and bridegroom together. Put his lips on his breath, were chilly as death, and his heart's blood was red in the heather. You take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in scarlet fire. But me and my true love will never meet again. The bonny, bonny bands are like low man. Take the high road, I'll take the low road. I'll be in scarlet fire. For me and my true love will never meet again. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. I said you take the high road, I'll take the low road. I'll be in scarlet fire. For me and my true love will never meet again. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. On the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
Well, the accidental Scottish theme of tonight's show gave me the excuse to play that wonderful version of Loch Lomond by French Frith, Kaiser and Thompson. They were a four-piece who released 2 albums in the late 80s and early 90s, and it's John French, the drummer from Captain Beefheart's Magic Band, Fred Frith, British multi-instrumentalist who was in Henry Cow, Henry Kaiser, who's an American guitarist and experimental composer, and Richard Thompson. Both albums are quite bizarre in places, but well worth searching out. Keep your dancing shoes on, because in a minute I'm going to play another track from that Sky Caley album. Don't forget you can download this show as a podcast from Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and from manxradio.com. You can also email me at folkshow@manxradio.com to say hello or ask for a request. So from Sky album, Caley, this is the Gay Gordons. Take your partner, and I'll see you next week.